had some requests to show our Bee Vac, and we want to show you real quick what we've got here and what we've done. All this is here is just a shop vac, and used to I had a Bee Vac with bee boxes under it, and I tried that out and didn't like it because it was so heavy. Toting around all them bee boxes, sucking bees into it, it's just too heavy. And it might work for some people, it just didn't work for me. But you could actually leave your shop vac on what it comes on. But we made this cylinder here to suck the bees into, and we painted this up nice and pretty so that it would look like a bee. See his antennas there? Can you see it, Jesse?
Hold it down.
Can you see it? And we painted that up. You see it real good? Painted that up real nice and pretty so that it would look like a bee. And we've got this hole taped up here on the back, but this is where your vacuum cleaner hose goes back here, and I'll just pull this tape off and show you here. Your vacuum cleaner hose that goes from your vac, we used a hole saw and we cut that hole out, and this hose here, we put a piece of hardware cloth over the end of the hose, not this piece, but we put a piece over the end of it so bees don't get sucked up in here. And a lot of times I'll put a sponge or something in here, you know, this will go in here like this, and then I'll have a sponge or something on the inside so that when the bees hit it, it can still suck air, but it don't kill them real bad. And so that hose goes in there, and then of course this is the hose here from this end that sucks the bees. And what it does, it sucks the bees inside here, you see. And then you've got a piece of screen. You've got a piece of screen in here. Everything's falling. Let me sit down here. You got a piece of screen or a sponge or something back here so that the bees get captured in here. This part right here, this is 6-inch PVC pipe, and we've cut a piece off here, and this is 2 6-inch PVC caps. Is all it is. And we wanted this piece to be able to slide off and on real easy, and it'll slide on and off real easy. But we had to we took a grinder with a metal grinding disc, and we trimmed the end of this pipe down, because if you don't, this fits too tight. You got to be able to get it on and off. And so we ground that down with a hand grinder so that we could slide this on and off real easy. And I think this whole piece here, I believe, measures about 15 inches. So you can take this whole section here and yank this vacuum cleaner hose off of it. Actually, we made another piece so that when we got it full of bees and we're bringing it home, this is another 6-inch cap. We just slap this cap on it right here. You can see it's got a screen here. So we'll just unhook it and slap some tape on this end and slap this on as we bring it home. And the bees get air through there and they're fine. We've done tested it out. And you can set this whole thing here. You can put you a deep box on top of your hive, and this whole thing will sit down in your deep box. You just pull the cap off, slap your lid on your hive, and leave this in there. Let the bees work their way down into your frames below. This works real well. I think I've tried out just about every one of the different kinds of Bee Vacs, and so far, I mean, not just because this is what we designed and come up with. But so far, I believe that this is the easiest one that I've tried. Dirt Rooster's got a really good design, and we built his Bee Vac, and we've used it, and it works real good. But this is the simplest. You don't have to do this painting. We wanted to make it look nice and neat, make it look pretty like a bee, you know. But all together, let me show you here. All together, this measures. Well, it's like I said. Let me show it on camera. Can you see this? All together, ours measures about 15 inches. See there? And a normal box is 20 inches wide, or 20 inches long on the inside. So that'll fit right down inside of your box. And I mean, you can have 2 or 3 of these. So if you're on the job, you fill this canister up and you slap this lid on, and take this canister away and grab you another and fill it up. That's how it works. Or you can dump the bees into something else and bring them home. We had to do that on our last bee removal. But it's simple. Nothing to it. Just 6-inch PVC pipe. You cut your hole out so that your shop vac hose fits it real snug on both ends. Put you a piece of hardware cloth in here and fasten it in here so that the bees don't get sucked into your vacuum, and put you a sponge or something soft in here so that you know, when you're vacuuming them, it don't kill them so bad. And you got to turn down your vac pressure too, so that it don't suck so hard, or it kills them. But that's it. That's our little shop vac, and our little it's our little Bee Vac and our bee sucker that we use to capture bees with. It works real well, and it's real simple. I mean, there ain't nothing to it, just a canister. But we thank you for watching. It's Unusual Bee Works. Hope you like our little Bee Vac. We've done tested it. It works real well. Like our little wings there, we made out of milk jug. Wanted to make it look like a honeybee. Well, maybe I like it. You see it? Yeah. Bye. That's good. Now just show the box. So these are deeps that we're building. We tried to show you the measurements. The sides measure 20 inches exactly. The ends measure 12.5, and you put the ends, they fit inside, if you can see how we've built it there. And that's all there is to it, folks. It's pretty simple. And I mean, it's fairly simple to build them. Helps if you have a dado blade, but if not, you can put the board, well, there's different ways of doing it, but we prefer doing it this way and just gluing and shooting it together. And you can see here, I'll show you, this is a store-bought frame.
It's the super frame.
Yeah, it's not a deep. This box is a deep, so a deep frame is what would fit it. Here's well, this box down here's got deeps in it. It's one we built. You can see it. Now, if you don't have a dado blade, a lot of people, and you'll see a lot of people online, they'll just cut this piece off. They'll cut this piece of plywood off right here, and then they'll cut them a strip, and they'll nail the strip on the outside. So if you don't have a dado blade, you can cut your plywood at like 9 inches, I believe, 9 inches, and then you just cut you a strip You cut, you say, a 2-inch strip or whatever, 3-inch, and you let the strip stick up here so that you still got this edge in here. You have to have that edge on the inside for your frames to hang on. And I think Southern Exposure, he builds his boxes that way. You know, and I don't have a dado set. My daddy does, and we go to my dad's house to do it. But if you don't have a dado blade or a table saw, you can cut this piece at 9 inches, and then you'll have a piece on the inside, and you just cut you a strip on the outside and go across here, and you have the same thing then as we got. You'll have the same effect.
Which we're gonna paint these up and make them look pretty nice. Put them up there on the bee boxes.